man, am I going? What's up? It's your boy Drew. I wanted to do a quick live stream. I figured the backup channel is the best place to do this. Go over a couple things I've been looking at recently. Number one here is this movie from 1981. It's called The Wave. It was a made-for-TV movie. It's based on supposedly some real life classroom experiment, I guess, from 1967. And you can look this up on YouTube, and the full movie's on YouTube. So just look up The Wave 1981. Basically what it's about is this teacher, his classroom has a question that he can't answer. They said, how did all the people go along with the horrors of Nazi Germany back in the day? So the teacher tries to create a lesson that will teach them how that happened. So he creates what he calls the Wave. It's like a youth group that teaches them discipline. They have their own salute. And this guy here, they show him here, this is the character. He's like an outlier character. He doesn't have any friends in the school. And he quickly takes to the wave. He gets swept up in it. The kids make fun of him here in the beginning. See, he sits down and they all leave him.
Still upsets me though.
Hi guys. Is it okay if we park, or is this table for leathers only?
Not if we're sitting here.
That's for sure. Have a seat. Hey, Davey. We're gonna win the big game on Friday, huh?
We better. Coach has been working our tails off. We'll kill him.
Sounds great, Amy,
Sorry.
but David and I have to study.
You know, if you two don't stop acting like hermits, you're gonna end up like Robert over there.
See, they make fun of him again. He has no friends. He's that character in the movie. And anyway, so they adapt this thing called the Wave youth movement. The teacher even says this is going to teach them strength through discipline. He sells it to the jocks, the sports kids, the boys. He says, hey, you're on the football team. The football team uses discipline. So every time you answer my question, you basically say my full name, sir, yes, sir, and answer it as fast as you can, get to your desk as fast as you can. It's all for the greater good. Sound familiar? Sit up straight, have good posture. Become part of the group, and as the group takes a hold, the hive mind kind of takes a hold of the classroom. That kid that was not popular in the beginning, he becomes kind of the enforcer of it. He becomes the right-hand man of the teacher in this experiment. Unbeknownst to anyone, they don't know it's an experiment. And then it turns out that the students start fighting other students that aren't a member of the Wave. The sports kids teach it to some of the other sports players and stuff.
Andrea, Laurie, join them and repeat.
Strength through discipline, strength through community.
Louder.
Strength through discipline, strength through community. Strength through discipline, strength through community. Strength.
So now that they have the backing of the whole community to do this. And it becomes their identity. They like it at first because they're like, oh, it's even helping her boyfriend go home and study, where he's just kind of a class clown before. Kids start fighting other kids that aren't in it. This kid gets more and more like popular or accepted into the group because they like when there's no gray area. They like to be told what's right and what's wrong, what to do. They don't want to have a question of what to do, the followers. And so, let me make sure my chat's going here. Sorry if anyone's in here. Yeah, there's that chat. Oh, Days is on right now too. I'm not gonna be on for long. I'm gonna blast through this, blast through the other one. Hopefully I'm done by 8 o'clock. I got 30 more minutes. So they showed me this when I was in school, when I was in elementary, I think. At least middle school, yeah. They fighting with other kids. It takes over and that girl kind of realizes that everyone's losing their mind over it. The main character girl. So she writes for the school newspaper, "The wave drowns Gordon High." And then all the other students kind of turn against her. And they're like, hey, you can't be writing this stuff about it. And it's basically just like the modern day like disinformation, right? Like you can't say this kind of stuff. They end up kind of bullying her, scaring her. Her own boyfriend gets here and they start to argue about it.
With me, you can't. Let go of me.
Look, Laura, you've got to stop.
David, let go of my arm!
Lori, stop writing those articles and keep your mouth shut about the wave.
I will write, and I will say anything that I want to, and you can't stop me!
We can and we will.
I hate you! I hate the wave! I hate all of you!
Shut up!
Then he realizes, just how far he went to harm someone that wasn't a member of the group. They meet with the teacher. They say, hey, we got to end this. It made me almost hurt her. Everyone's getting out of control. The teacher says, yeah, I will. This is the kid now that wasn't accepted before. Now he's dressing sharp. He's got friends. And he's like the right-hand man. He's the enforcer of it. And he tries to get the kids to like snitch on other kids that aren't a member and stuff like that. And so it all culminates here at the end where there's a bunch of the people that aren't in it, they're getting actively hostile to it, the members of the group. And the teacher says, hey, after school, this is not just isolated to this classroom. After school, we're going to have a rally for all the WAVE members, and we're going to teach you who the head of this nationwide political movement is. And so the kids all gather after school. Only the members, they lock everyone else out, and they get in here. They start doing their little salutes. He turns on the TVs because he's going to show them who their political leader is. See, everyone else is locked out. Getting restless.
Well, yes, there is. There's your leader.
Wird mehr gefordert, als von den Millionen der übrigen Volksgenossen. Für sie genügt nicht die bloße Ablegung des Bekenntnisses, ich glaube, sondern der Schwur, ich setze.
Now listen carefully. There is no national youth movement.
He's crushed.
You thought you were so special. Better than everyone outside this room. You traded your freedom for the luxury of feeling superior. You accepted the group's will over your own convictions, no matter who you hurt. Oh, you thought you were just going along for the ride, that you could walk away at any moment. But where were you heading? How far would you have gone? Take a look at your future.
Das Gebot der
basically it on that movie. So they learned that, you know, they just fell victim to this identity politics type thing. And you can see the parallels to that, what's happening today. So I wanted to talk about this one before I went into the other one that I made the cover for. And I saw that going around the truth community today, called the Hamburg Syndrome, but it's a movie from 1984. And real quick, man, if you guys aren't a member of the main channel, you can go to the Chalk Body Outline main YouTube channel. You can become a member. Every Sunday I go live for the members, the special call-in show. I did 3 hours yesterday for the members. I try to do between 2 and 3 hours every Sunday. So that's what you get if you sign up for the membership. And then let's get to the next part here. So this is called Hamburg Syndrome. I tried to find the full movie and I couldn't. But there's this 9-minute part on YouTube. Pandemic sci-fi, they call it.
Ich bin nicht krank. Mir fehlt überhaupt nichts.
So this guy's getting taken away. He says, I'm not sick. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm going to remove this chat because I think the chat's not really working. It's not catching up unless I'm looking right at it. Sorry. But he says he's not sick, right? And there's nothing wrong with him. Asymptomatic. This is why I brought this on the... I brought this all on the backup channel just in case, but... It says the first emergency measure includes a restriction of freedom of movement and the ban on individual traffic. Offenders can expect immediate admission to one of the central health camps. I'll just keep the volume down and just read it because it's all in French or I don't know, whatever it is. It says anyone who endangered the common good could not count on the consideration of the community. Only the strong will of all can be an effective force. That's what's playing over his radio or whatever. And then they have these drive up V centers. This guy says, hey man, have you had the V? You know, show me your past, basically, in 1979 terms. You know. Here comes the doctors. So they're just rounding people up. They're all in full hazmat suits. They got them buck naked. She says, I'm not sick, though. He says, how do you want to prove that? Nobody can know if they're healthy. Again, right? It sounds familiar. That's why we have to treat everyone. If we want to win this battle, we must all participate. We don't need anyone to shoot crosswise against her will. These guys gather around the radio. The thing playing off the radio says, thank you. I thank each and every one of you. The danger's not over yet. We have to help find the last of the un-V. Stay vigilant.
Jedem Einzelnen von Ihnen. Noch ist die Gefahr nicht gebannt. Wir alle müssen mithelfen, auch die letzten Umgebenden auszumachen.
So now the people basically become the hunters almost. Hazmat seats pulling out this guy. The healthy are now the sick, he says. That's what we see today, right? You're full of germs until proven healthy. Face coverings, 1979 movie. Everyone but a few in the streets without them. Look at this super spreader right here. It says, we are approaching wonderful times. The crisis untied the Gordian knot in one fell swoop. The Gordian knot, that's just like an allegory, I think, of like, it's like an impossible to untie knot. But there's other ways to do it if you think outside the box. Like you can just cut it. You can cut the knot with the scissors. Liberal views, participation, environmental protection, all that nonsense. That's what makes it go, right? And for the big wigs, unlimited growth of paradise. And look at right here. It looks like outside of your window. Look at this. We've seen these fucking memes here of this shit. Scientists are begging for money. Said, well, if we get the money, we can prevent it. Guy in a full trash bag. We've seen this, man. There's memes of this, but that's real, man. This is pretty wild. Problem, reaction, solution. 2. You create the problem. The public's going to demand you do something about it. I suggest injecting broadband antiviral drugs into the entire Hamburg population. So he says, remember, love that name. Look at him. He's from behind, like those grandma huggers, whatever they're called. Apparently, when I read about it, what happens is these guys just get out of the city and they, start to escape. And they realize this thing is spread into other areas. It's not just in the city, but it says... if you read this, though, too, they compare just the human being here to, like, look, if you take a rat, put him in a cage, comparing what we're going through now to you're the lab rat, basically.
Vergiften ihr Essen mit Metallverbindung, Blei, Quecksilber. Die Ratte stirbt immer noch nicht. Wir vergiften sie mit höheren Dosen. Wir setzen die Temperatur weiter herab. Wir zerstören den Tag- und Nachtrhythmus durch ständiges An- und Abschalten von grellem Licht. Stressen die Ratte zusätzlich durch einen hohen Dauerton. Und plötzlich ist die Ratte tot. Woran ist sie gestorben?
He's saying if there's just so much wrong with the rat, what's the cause of the rat's death? They changed its natural environment so much. 1,000 different factors. You're death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? What's the one thing that killed it? They're mad this guy's trying to make a buck off it. Look at it, he had like a Brillo pad or something on his face. We've seen that meme too. And then there's a quake in the middle of this movie, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but after that's been going on for a long time, a quake comes, the big one. And again, they just whip them into the religious fervor to get them to beg for the cure. This guy says the fucking press. That's who he's blaming. Everyone for causing the suffering. Look at, there's barely anyone here without a face covering. Plastic bags. Wild. He's got the suits for sale, all different kinds of masks. And he's cautioning you to cover your eyes because it gets in the mucous membranes. Full NASA suit here. That's what I think they want to get these people into. Nothing will ever be enough. Even if you get in the full NASA suit, then it'll be, okay, we got to blast off now and go to Mars. And then apparently they get out of the city. But that's called Hamburg Syndrome. 1979, it looked hard to find the real movie. Maybe somebody can find it. That movie, The Wave, is on YouTube. So yeah, go check these out. I didn't want to go too long tonight. I just wanted to show you guys those things. And again, man, consider becoming a member of the main channel. Do these long streams every Sunday afternoon. Let me just say what's up to the chat real quick before I sign off. Yeah, Michael Cervoni says, pretty insane. Emily says, yikes. What's up, Joe P? Dark Glasses Woody said, membership is worth it for the Sunday show. Always good. Hopefully we get more different callers calling in soon. Dark Glasses Woody, maybe you can call in sometime. And yeah, that's $5 a month and you can cancel anytime. I was thinking of doing this stream I'm doing now for the members. But I was like, man, I'm almost off of my first strike. I'll have no strikes in a week, so I don't even want to risk it over there. And this is really all I had anyway, just a short stream. Maybe more people will click it. If you want other people to see it, you know, it's an easy one for you guys to share and show some of these comparisons. So that's all I have tonight, man. Thanks everyone for your time. Subscribe to this backup channel. Subscribe to my main channel, Chalk Body Outline YouTube channel. And as always, you can go to the chalkbodyoutline.com URL. That has all my links right there. The merch tab, got the t-shirts. D-Live, I'll be going live on D-Live here and there. What happens on D-Live stays on D-Live. I won't back it up to BitChute, so it'll be on D-Live for 3 days. Make sure you subscribe there. I might try out Twitch. Also the Discord link's there. And if anyone's feeling generous, PayPal link on the bottom. But I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll be back soon. Friday night on the main channel for sure, but probably before that even. So peace out, y'all. Appreciate your time.